washer.
The blue ones.
Which you may or may not have you washing trucks or camper or whatever. But that's where pressure washer lives. And then these have water hoses in them. This older faded green one is the gray water. If you're at a place where you can't hook up the sewer line, that's the gray water drain. The red one I haven't used in a long time, but that's a city. Oh, thanks, Ismael. It's the first time you've ever looked out for me. The red one is for city fill, which we usually don't need, but I keep it just in case, so I don't use it for anything else. This green one and the expandable one is what she uses for watering her plants and everything. There is a splitter in here. There's a couple more stashed in Tupperwares on the other side too.
I think there's some in the door of the truck.
There is one in the door of the truck too, so we should be good on that. But there's another little white, like short one that I use for the extension too, because here is the city fill, and it's a 50-foot hose, so it almost always reaches. But if it doesn't, the little white extension usually will make it. To retract it, this is the button. You pull it in. And when you're reeling that up...
Where's the button?
Right here.
Okay.
So you just push that. When you're reeling it back in, you have to move it back and forth so it doesn't get all bunched up on one side, because it'll bind. So that's water hoses. Sewer hoses are in this one. Hookup for sewer and gray water is right here. There is another extension, just like a little 5-foot sewer hose in there that we usually only use if we're dumping out here or at just a clean out. You can get in there to get to that. But you can hook up our gray water drain hose to that cap or the sewer hose to that. And here is your black water and your gray water valves. Once you get that opened up and it's the drain, the hose or whatever is hooked up, open up your gray water. Black water should stay closed until it's being pumped. It should not live opened up. So that needs to stay closed, and then it gets pumped every couple weeks or whatever. But that's the only time it gets opened up. Then there's a hose attachment here to hook your city water up to when you're flushing out the black water. So you can hook that up, and I just keep usually opening and closing the gray water or the black water, well, both of them, to let it kind of fill up the tank and then flush it out.
And which hose are we using for that?
Well, you'd have to use probably the garden hose.
The green one?
Yeah, you can't hook the city water up. So,
but not the red one, right? Because the red is also city water.
Correct. That one, more likely than not, will just stay in there. I haven't been in an instance where I've needed that much hose, but it's there just in case. So usually I use the garden hose, the green.
So when the camper's somewhere like California, or I think Oklahoma City has it too, where you can dump outs, that still stays shut?
Yes. When it's, even if you've got a sewer hose hooked up, this stays shut, and then you dump every couple weeks and then right before you leave.
Okay.
Right? I mean, ask Tim or Colleen how long. They usually just call me and say we need to dump it, and then it's not that difficult. But Oklahoma City would be one of the cases where there isn't another water hose hooked up, so you'd have to take that hose out and hook it up to do it.
The red hose.
The green hose.
Oh, the green hose, right.
So, but in like California, there's already a water hose hooked up there for watering. Kentucky, not an issue. That's gray water only, and they'll have pump outs there. So, Any questions on any of that? Okay.